Good morning, beloveds. We've had 2 days where it's rained for 10 minutes each day. The good news is it's actually rained pretty hard, but it's only been for like 10 minutes. We could use a little bit more. We need like a week where it just kind of rains all day. One of the weather people said we were like 13 inches behind for the year, so we really do need it. So I'm not knocking what we've got, but we did go to the park today because it's Saturday. No, this week was kind of a weird week, and on Tuesday I thought it was Wednesday, and Thursday felt like Friday, and so I completely missed that today was Saturday. Except I got to go to the park, and we hadn't seen the woodpeckers. And the blue jays have been snatch and grabs. And today the blue jays came out, the woodpeckers came out, and the cardinal came out. There weren't a whole lot of squirrels. I don't know what's going on with squirrels. But I'm hoping because the cardinal came out against really dark earth because it was wet, that one of the pictures comes out. They're notoriously hard. And he was scrapping with the blue jay for peanuts. Tom was trying to throw it for and the blue jay kept trying to take it. Although I'm pretty sure he got one and flew off with it because he snatched something and the blue jay went off unsatisfied and he shot through the fence. And so it was fun. All right. Okay. If you hear a little congestion in my voice, I apologize. My partner had a cold in the middle of the week. I thought I had avoided it until last night. I was like, okay, so it's not too bad, but all right. I was just watching Button Poetry, and it's a Facebook page, and the poems are beautiful and heart-wrenching. So there's also, a little bit of that going on up there. All right. It is September 16th. Our title is Power. Our author is Helen Zagat, and it's from Faith and Works from 1955. All right. So September 16th, Power. God is power. Divine mind moving on itself generates power. There is only one power. This is the power in the creation. It propels ideas into manifestation. Without power, there would be no manifestation. Faith, love, wisdom, life require power and strength to fulfill their offices in the creation. The human consciousness must accept power in its divine aspect in order to achieve results on life's pathway. But there must be the realization that there is only one power, God power. This power is good and only good. Any manifestation of powers used wrongly is the result of humanity's mistaken use of free will and the power to think. For instance, both the inventor and the counterfeiter use the one power. The counterfeiter misuses that power for selfish ends. The inventor lets the power work through them for good purposes. There is the good use of power, and then there is the false use of power resulting in tyranny and dictatorships. Jesus said, "All power is given unto me in heaven and in earth," Matthew 28:18. We understand this to mean that when we unify with the Christ mind, we receive the flow of power in a thought and on earth, which represents our body and circumstances. Shouldn't pull any punches, does she? All right. So that middle packet, that middle part is where science of mind comes out on evil. Okay? Science of mind does not say that there is not evil. What science of mind says is that there is not evil power. What science of mind says is exactly what Helen said. It is power misused. Power used for selfish ends. And one of the things that should be of hope is that there's only one power. So that means that when you are working to accomplish something, there's only one power. So you go to that power. You don't have to generate the power. You just have to accept the power. You have to come into alignment with the power and accept that it flows through you. I mean, if you don't have to generate the power, think how much more you can do. Because you're sitting here going, well, I want to do this and I want to do this and I want to do this, but I don't have the energy. Well, you don't have to have the energy. All you have to do is unkink your hose and let that energy, that power flow through you. You have to come into alignment with that power. And I also definitely love that she says, where was it? Faith, love, wisdom, life require power and strength to fulfill their offices in creation. Now, we do use the word love for power, okay? We also use the word good for power. So, but all of those things are offices of creation and they require strength and power. Well, where does the strength and power come from? She's clear. God. There's nowhere else that it comes from. So, that is why we advocate every single day to go to the source of your own being, to come into alignment with the source of your own being, to practice that alignment more often than not. Every time you practice it, you get better. You're creating a well-worn path, okay? You're creating a groove. You're creating a groove to what it is that you want to accomplish. You are creating a smooth channel that the power can flow through. Now, what's the difference between a groove and a rut? You tell me. If you are not getting what you want, you're probably in a rut. You probably got some bumps in the way. It's possible even you don't know exactly what you want, and that's why it's rut, not groove. So, it behooves you then to step back and go, all right, what am I actually working on here? What is it that I actually want? And then, am I trying to use my own power, my own strength, my own will? That we do have free will, which is why we can make mistakes and misuse the power. But there is that thy will be done, okay? It's a reminder that yes, we have free will and we get to make choices. But the power that will accomplish that will comes through us. Comes through us. Yep. All right. I'm not going to belabor her point because she's point blank and clear. So, the mission today, should we choose to accept it, it's right here in this last line. We understand this to mean that when we unify with the Christ mind, we can receive the flow of power in thought and on earth, which represents our body and circumstances. The mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to unify with the Christ mind. What does that mean? It means a whole lot of things, but it means going to the source of your own being. I talk about the Christ mind like software, okay? My mother's an electrical engineer. I'm honest about that, which is why I talk about a lot of this stuff as software, okay? We come pre-installed with factory settings, right? Well, the Christ mind, which is what we in the West call it. In the East, they call it something different. Same thing. Let's not get hung up on terminology and language. We come pre-installed with the Christ with the Christ mind software. And the password is always, always, always love. When we unify with love, when we do things in love, she talked about the counterfeiter versus the inventor. When we do things, and it doesn't mean we don't ever do things for ourselves, okay? When you want to do something, you check, who does it benefit and who does it hurt, okay? If you are the only person it benefits, but it doesn't hurt anybody, go for it. If you benefit from it, a whole lot of people benefit from it, but somebody gets hurt from it, we need to rethink it, okay? There's got to be something we can do so that we're not hurting anybody, all right? That's how you check yourself with the Christ mind. So, And I just lost my train of thought because I was talking about the mission, unifying with the Christ mind. That's why we talk about spiritual practice every day. Every day. We don't take a day off from spiritual practice. And spiritual practice looks like a lot of different things. It looks like treatment. It looks like meditation. It also looks like self-care, because the next thing I'm going to tell you is to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself. It's still unifying with your good, unifying with your God, unifying with the source of your being. And that it can be as simple as taking a deep breath before you speak. And I say it every day. And the reason I say it every day is because I want to remind you that eventually, if you can make this a habit, that everything you do is loving, kind, and compassionate for yourself and others. You are your own best test subject. You get immediate feedback. Is this the most loving, kind, and compassionate thing I can do? Okay? But I'm also encouraging you to create a habit, to think. Well, I talk about the difference between a reaction and a response, and that's what it is. It's that moment to think, that moment to reflect, that moment to make a choice. Okay? So I'm encouraging you to create a loving, kind, compassionate habit with yourself. I'm encouraging you to plug into the infinite source of love, kindness, and compassion. So when you meet people that need a little extra, you're not drawing on your own. You are drawing on the infinite source. You are drawing on the one power. Okay? So it also looks like taking a walk. It looks like taking a nap. It looks like taking a break. It looks like taking a vacation. I would say planning a vacation, but if you don't take the vacation, then, plan the vacation, but then take the vacation. It looks like eating dessert first, okay? Which I finally realized that what that means to me is don't save the good stuff. How many times have we gone to get that candle that we've been saving for a special occasion and it's covered in dust and it doesn't smell the way it did when we bought it? Don't save the good stuff. Use the nice glassware and china and silverware. Wear the nice clothes. Burn the nice candles. Write in the nice notebooks. Don't save the good stuff. And when I say eat dessert first, I'm a firm believer that chocolate can be the first step to fixing anything. Okay? So, and I also want to remind you, because we are talking about power and how, all these other things are offices of that power. They need that power to, joy is also an office of creation. Joy is an aspect of God. Therefore, joy is an aspect of you. No matter what is going on in the world, you deserve joy. So make room for joy. No matter what is going on in the world, no matter what is going on in your life, you still deserve joy. Make room for it. We make a little room, and then tomorrow we make a little bit bigger. Okay. All right. The rest of the suggestions are the easy ones. Do something to engage your mind and body, unless today is your day of rest. I do believe in days of rest. I do encourage you to drink plenty of water. Hydration is super important. You've seen, I brought my mineral water with me today. I did not sleep well last night because, like I said, I'm trying to edge around that cold. And so I have a sneaking suspicion that once I sit down on the couch, that's it. I may not get anything else done today, but that's okay. It's catter day for me. I get to stay home and cuddle with my cats. It is, outside of going to the park, it is my day of rest. So, so drink plenty of water. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. It doesn't matter what the temperature is outside. It doesn't matter what the temperature is inside. Your body and your brain work better when they are well hydrated. Your skin looks better when it is well hydrated. So hydrate. And then I do encourage you to get that early in your day bright light. We actually got to the park right around the time that the sun was coming up, and it was really cool because there was just a faint blush of pink, but I was never in a place where I could get a really good picture. So I didn't take a picture of the sunrise, but I did see it. So, and because the clouds are half and half, I did get that early in my day between 7 and 9 bright light on my face. I'm working on my vitamin D. I'm working on my circadian rhythm. I'm hoping to have more energy and sleep better tonight. So, it is what it is. I'm just going to skirt around the cold. So every now and again, you come down with things because you need to rest. And so things catch up with you. This is where I'm at. All right. And then the last thing is Open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you, you do live in heaven right here, right now. It is all around us all the time. Yesterday, both times when it rained, it was that moment of just pure joy to hear that sound. That's kind of what heaven looks like. For me, it's that moment of pure joy, whatever it is that stimulates it, be it rain, be it an amazing book, be it an amazing poem, it's a state of mind. It's a state of consciousness. When we recognize that, then heaven ceases to be a place we have to get to and can become any place we are. That is power. That is a superpower. We do our own work in Science of Mind. If we want to create a world that works for everybody, we don't go fix everybody else. What we do is we work on ourselves. And then we become soft places to fall. We become islands of peace. We become islands of calm. We become lamplighters. I can't walk your path for you, but I can hold my light so that you can see where to put your feet. That's what Spirit asks of us. And you can always take him as advice. Look for the good and praise it. Look for the good and praise it. When you look for good, it naturally multiplies. You will see so much more that you didn't realize that you had. There's no power quite as great as counting your blessings. You want to change your mood, count your blessings. You can also volunteer. That's another way to do it. Science-backed. So, both of them. All right? Gratitude will get you everywhere. All right? So take him as advice. Look for the good and praise it. Okay. Jumping forward, I think I'm at the part where I remind you we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. We are Creative Life Spark. I'm the Running River Ryan on the social medias that I am on. I do encourage you to go check out and like and subscribe, because when you subscribe or follow and like, then you're notified when we post new stuff so that you can see all the weird and wonderful and light and bright and funny and stuff that we get up to. So please, there on the YouTube channel and the Facebook channel, there are hours of content. So take advantage of them. Share them with your friends. Especially I'm going to work on my channel today. So I'll get my YouTube up because the last 2 days I have had absolutely beautiful poems in this book. I'm very proud of September 14th and 15th. They are beautiful poems. And I really think that they up my game. So, all right. I do love poetry though, so I don't read enough of it. Wonder if that's a hint. Okay. All right. And if you want to know what's going on with the center, please email info@creativelife.org. That will get you on the constant contact. And those hot links are hot. If it says click here now, it'll take you right to the information you want, i.e. the Soul Session playlist, or it'll take you to the person that can help you get the information. So, all right. I'm at the part where I get to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonder-filled day, an awesome day, an amazing day, an immune-activating day, a catter day, a rest day, a recognizing the source of your power day, a aligning with the source of your power day, a checking into the offices of creation day, a creative day, a restful day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You're a beloved child of God, in whom God is well pleased and well represented. All right? You are a brilliant light, a divine spark. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action. Or as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you're a godling. All right? Know the truth of your being. Explore the truth of your being. Peel back the layers of who you have been told you are and get back to who God knows you to be. Get back to who God knows you to be. That's super important. And if I'm going to talk about the Christ software, Christ Mind like software, I'm going to remind you that you've had a whole lot of software running programs added to you that don't serve your best interests. So, go delete some files. Go delete some programs that aren't serving you anymore. That's a good use of your time, especially in spiritual practice. All right, beloveds. I'm going to remind you that Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And since tomorrow is Sunday, we'll have an amazing service for you at 11 a.m. All right. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.